Whoa, what the hell's going on here? Okay, what's going on, fam? This is On the Mark with your boy Marcus Washington, where we talk everything Falcons football and Atlanta loses again. Um, man, mentally, I've clocked out. Um, uh, last week kind of did damage to me, man. Um, okay, so I'm gonna try and do this. I'm at a point now, man. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm starting to question whether we got it right with the head coach. Um, one of the main reasons why I say this, what's going on, country boy? One of the main reasons why I say this, man, is this is the second week where Arthur Smith has made, questionable decision making in the fourth quarter. You let the clock run down all the way to the 2 minute mark, and you know your defense is ass, bruh. So we're on a bye. I think next week. Dean Pease needs to be fired. I know people look at this score and be like, well, Marcus, Pittsburgh only scored 19 points. Bro, the time of possession was retarded. It was insane. This defense has no energy. None. No energy. I'm seeing guys jog to the point of attack. I'm seeing guys not tackle. Not even care about tackling. I mean, coverage. What is coverage? Everybody's wide open. Everybody's wide open. And I mean, time of possession, they had the ball for 32 minutes, bro. We can't blame the players. The players, they've clocked out on Dean Pease. When you see minimal effort on defense, they've clocked out on him. He needs to be fired during the bye. Because since he's been here, we've been damn near dead. We're dead last now. Last year we were no better. I mean, teams are able to throw on us at will, man. And Arthur Smith is being, just hard headed. He hears this. I know he hears this stuff. I know he hears it. Your defense is trash, but he feels like he's going to be committed to Dean Pease because he brought him out of retirement. Well, damn it, send him back. Because he's not the guy. He's not the guy. And Marcus Mariota, bro, again, let's go over the stats, man. Total yards, they beat us 351 to 306. Passing yards, they beat us 197 to 160. Rushing yards, they beat us 154 to 146. Yards per play, though, we beat them by 0.4. They had 5.4, we had 5.8. First downs, they had 22 to our 18. Third down efficiency, we were 3 of 10. They were 6 of 12, so they were 50%. Total plays, they ran 65 total plays to our 53. Didn't get a sack yet again. Uncharacteristically, we had 6 penalties. 2 on what could have been a change of the lead. 1, your boy Patterson walked into the end zone. Jake Matthews had 2 false starts. And right on time at the end of the game, Marcus Mariota throws a pick. At this point, I'm like, what are you keeping Mariota in for? Like in the first half, you tried to get him to throw. This boy was overthrowing at this point, Marcus Mariota can overthrow a government. He had one play where London should have been walking in the end zone. Overshot him. And his numbers, 13 of 24, 167 with one tub and an interception. Pedestrian. This is what I mean, bruh. Listen, fam. I'm not trying to have an ego here, but I can probably throw for 167 in this league. The offense didn't really start to gain momentum until they took him completely out of the game and started running the ball. Now you tell me, Ritter can't do that? Ritter can't throw for 167 and turn around and give the ball to the running back. Ritter can't do that? If people are telling me Ritter can't do that, then I'm going to say the front office were idiots for taking him off the board at, I think he was number 1 or 2 quarterbacks gone. And y'all are putting your faith in a benched quarterback in Marcus Mariota, who through 13 weeks we know he's not it. But Arthur Smith got to get on the blade for some of this, man, because this is his stubbornness. I guarantee you, before I get off here, he's going to be talking about Marcus Mariota as the guy for after the bye. People are like, why? Charles said defense is, hold on. Defense is doing enough to win games. No, they're not. Fam, I was so confident that this defense was going to fold. At 5 minutes, I started making a shake. This ain't the defense to go 3 and out. This defense is not. How you say the defense is doing enough to win games? They're 32nd. Bro, they're dead last. They did so good today. The Steelers held the ball for 32 minutes. This defense is ass. They're probably 31st in pass defense. Their rush defense is getting shredded now. But they're doing enough to win it. Where? This defense has been trash. But what y'all see is 19 points. Our offense scored 16 points. We already know why this offense is ass. We already know what this offense is. And the head coach actually having a mildly retarded moment at the end of ball games. But I'm sitting here and I'm looking at 19 points. That's all y'all see. Talk to me about time of possession. Talk to me about that. If I'm holding the ball for 32 minutes, I don't need to score a lot of points. They held the ball in the first quarter, I think, for 8 or 9 minutes or some ridiculous number like that. Fam, what you think Pittsburgh was going to score holding the ball 32 minutes? 58 points? This ain't college. Matter of fact, let me do something real quick. since Georgia won the SEC championship game. Shout out to Georgia, them damn Bulldogs. Hold on, we're gonna take a look at something. Georgia scored 50 points and they had the ball for 35 minutes. It's a different beast in college. A lot of those points came in the first half. I think 35 of those points came in the first half. And that came in a series, like 2 or 3 series where they actually took off. Hold on. Jay Lana says, so our offense is so great then. Gotcha. I didn't say our offense was great. Where the fuck are you getting this? Our run game is good. Our quarterback is trash. Marcus Mariota threw it damn near everywhere but the receivers. So people want to sit here and talk about the defense. Let's do this. Since y'all are claiming, well, 2 people are claiming that, hey man, this defense ain't so bad, man. They back-to-back games, they gave up 19. I think I said last week that game was on Arthur Smith. I think I clearly said that. I couldn't even put that on Marcus Mariota. I put that on the head coach. Falcons are 31st in defense. But y'all arguing with me about defense. They're 31st. The defense isn't good, bro. Oh, now it's okay. So you hold on, because we gonna do this the right way now. You said, I said our defense. Hold on. I said our defense was trash, but they keep us in games. Bro, trash defense don't really keep you in games. This team overall is not good. And a lot of that goes on the head coach. These 2 games right here, head coach. Reason why they're on the head coach is because he refuses to let go of Dean Pease, and he refuses to start a rookie over a backup quarterback who's pretty much doing rookie shit. You should have learned your lesson about trusting Marcus Mariota last week. But then you come out throwing the ball this week. Makes no sense. Offense can't get into a groove until you take the ball out of Marcus Mariota's hands and start running the ball. Oh, Eureka, guess what? We're starting to move the ball. But 3 timeouts, we went into the half with 2. 3 timeouts, and you let it run all the way down. You let it run all the way down to the 2-minute warning with this defense. This is what it is, man. CP, what's going on? He says, Marcus, even Dave Archer was saying Marcus Mariota was trash without saying it during the game. We all see this. But again, that's why last week I put every single loss from here to the end of the season on Arthur Smith. Because every game he starts Marcus Mariota, you are making a calculated decision to put some trash in. They need to have a long conversation about Dean Pease this weekend. Because for the most part, Pittsburgh pretty much got everything they wanted. I think they punted the ball like what, twice? If I'm not mistaken, they punted the ball like 2 or 3 times. And the last one was kind of like, well, we got the lead, man. They got to march it down. They're going to have 40 seconds. They're going to have to march it down there and kick a field goal. But they got Marcus Mariota. So you know what? We'll take our chances with that. And then what happened immediately thereafter? Bang, pick, game over. I'm starting to question Arthur Smith at this point. $19 points is keeping us in games, correct? Okay, let me do this. Let me do this. Since you're so stuck on 19, Atlanta has had 9 games where they've played to a single digit score, right? So let's look at this. All right. Well, we can't count the Bengals game. Buccaneers scored 21. We lost. Now the average is down this year. I think it's like 20 points a game. So that's like the league average. Let me start with Rams put up 31. That was a 1-score game. I'm going back to the preseason. Seahawks, 1-score game. We won by 3. Browns, we won by 3. Buccaneers, we lost. They put up 21. We put up 15. 49ers, which seems to be our signature win this year. It was 28-14. Bengals, 35-17. We beat the Panthers 34-37, which we should have lost that game, if we're being honest. Chargers, 20-17. Panthers, we lost 25-15. Bears, 24-27. That's a game we won that game. We won that game. My bad. I'm looking at the Commanders. Commanders, 19-13. Steelers, 19-16. It don't matter what the point spread is. Atlanta's not winning these games. And even with these low scores, Atlanta's 31st on defense. Now, riddle me this, Batman. If Atlanta's holding these teams to low scores, how come they're 31st in defense? See, y'all get lost with the points. But the rankings have them at 31st. There's only 32 teams in the league. So you're looking at the totality of the points. I'm looking at the game. They were able to run. They were able to pass. Mind you, they're playing with a rookie quarterback. Mitch, what's going on? He says his timeout decisions are very questionable. Yeah, at this point, man, listen, I liked Arthur Smith last year. It seems like the honeymoon phase is starting to wear off on him, man. I just last week, it took me about 2 days to get over that. No lie. And he doubled down on that shit. When your team is running the ball like that, why would you just take it out of your team's hands? Why all of a sudden you trust Mariota? Why? And then this game, he tried to trust him in the first half. That didn't work out so well. So he went in halftime, and the adjustment was we just going to start running the ball. Which, to me, if that's what you're going to do, put the rook in. Because as it stands now, man, I'm not even thinking about playoffs, bro. But Arthur Smith has to find a way to rebound from these 2 losses. Because again, from here to the end of the season, every loss is on him. Defense been ass. I've been talking about the defense since like week 2. They've been ass. So that don't shock me. What shocks me is the Washington game was a winnable game. This game was a winnable game. The Panthers game on Thursday night, going into it, was a winnable game. That should have been the game where they benched Marcus Mariota. But since that Thursday night game, we have been 1-3. We scored over 20 one time. So again, man, I'm waiting until next season because they'll have enough money to buy a defense. Fam, you can't bend and break and be 31st in defense. That don't even make sense. A middle of the road defense can say they bend but don't break. A 31st ranked defense can't say that. They're bad. MQ, what's going on? He says Terry's gonna make some changes. I believe that. Again, man, this offseason, they'll have the capital. We got draft picks. We got draft capital too. So I believe that that's going to be a shift. I hear people calling for Arthur Smith's job. He's not going to get fired. He's not going to get fired. Now, at the end of next year, if this team is playing like garbage next year, they might look at that because there will be no excuse, man. Y'all got all kinds of money to go spend and go do this. And you got draft capital, and you got some studs on this team. Hall needs to be cut. But some of these guys I see, jogging to the point of attack. That happened this is the thing I'm upset about the most. Not tackling. Getting destroyed trying to tackle. No dog. They look defeated out there. So one or two things is going on. Either every player on that defense is just absolutely sorry, or they're bucking on Dean Pease. I think it's the latter. Because we saw this with Dan Quinn. We saw this defense be dead last when Dan Quinn was calling the plays. Then when he got fired, well, the first time wasn't even when he got fired. It was before he got fired, when he took his hands off the steering wheel and gave it to Raheem Morris and Jeff Ulbrich. Same players. All of a sudden, they got energy. They're running to the point of attack. They got dog in them. Then Dean Pease takes over the defense again. Bang, dead last. He gets fired. Not Dean Pease, Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn gets fired. Raheem Morris becomes the interim head coach. Jeff Ulbrich is calling the defense. Oh, what do you know? Defense all of a sudden got a pep in their step now. I think it's the same situation here. But I think Atlanta's got an issue with their defense, which is you got to have somebody that can stop the ball. And their quarterback. These are two important parts of the team. And there's a disconnect with the coach on what he has to do about it. Now, I don't know if he's just going to wait until the end of the season, but fam, I'm at a point. Dean Pease better not be a part of this organization going into 2023, 2024. Julius says, if I were a coach, Marcus Mariota would not be the hill I die on. Yeah, family, it's a rebuild season. I ain't even mad at this loss, really. Last week I was. This week I'm like, man, what do we expect at this point, man? Marcus Mariota is still the quarterback. And quite honestly, Teams have figured him out. If that first read is not there, he'll scramble. All we got to do is cover up the first read. Teams have figured him out. Look at our scores the last couple of games. 17, 15, 27, 13, 16. Teams have figured him out. They know he's not accurate. He had guys open. Drake London was open for a tubby. Zach was open. His accuracy is awful. So, I mean, it seems like every week I'm beating the dead horse, man, but it is what it is at this point. Ahmad, what's going on? He says, I think this offseason will show if we have the staff we need going forward. I'm hoping we make splashes in the free agency period. We saw it when we thought we were getting Watson. Got to make moves, though. I agree with that. This will be Terry Fontenot's. This will be his offseason to kind of prove his moxie. Because you can't say money. Atlanta going to have like 100, 130, 140 plus. Plus you got the draft capital. But my thing is this. Here's how I would do this. Anwar says Quinn got the Cowboys balling. You got to realize, though, Quinn ain't doing the shopping on defense in the draft. That's Jerry and they've always been good at finding good defensive pieces. So I think Quinn is benefiting from the same cooking that happened in Seattle. But yet and still, came front. He's the defensive coordinator. He got them boys playing. Here's what I expect them to do. The fan base is kind of wearing thin right now. Even though it's a rebuild season, a lot of these games we should have goddamn won. We should have won the Chargers game. We should have won the Commanders game. We should have won this game. That's 3 games right there. That puts us at 8 wins. We got cheated out of the Buccaneers game. But some of these early losses was like, okay, I can take this. Now it's to a point to where it's just idiot play calling at the wrong times, mismanagement of timeouts, defense is playing flat. Your quarterback has been found out. He was never that great of a quarterback to begin with. So bye week, they need to fire Dean Pease. That's it. They just need to say, hey, you got to light a fire somewhere. Because if Tampa loses, you're talking about it's still a close. You may be in the playoff race, but you got to light a fire somewhere. Dean Pease, hey, listen, I love you, man. I should have never brought you off the couch. I'm going to have to let you go. And then you tell Marcus Mariota, hey, man, I appreciate your fight. We're going to see what this kid got. And if Desmond Ridder comes out and plays terrible, fine. He can't play any worse than Mariota is. Mariota he isn't even averaging 200 yards passing. So if I need a quarterback to just turn around and hand the ball off, I think he's qualified to do that. And again, if he isn't, then I'm looking at this front office sideways. But this will be Terry Fontenot's. Anwar says Terry Fontenot's letting the Saints get the upper hand. His job is to make sure the Falcons stay down Y'all don't see the big picture. Nah, I don't believe that at all. Because what's happening on the field has nothing to do with Terry Fontenot. Has nothing to do with it. Has everything to do at this point with coaching. On the defensive side of the ball and the fact that our coach calls the offensive plays. But I think, Smith's job is safe, at least for another year. Dean Pease, I just think they just need to just wash their hands of him, man. His scheme is awful. I'm tired of seeing guys run wide open. And I'm not even seeing one guy run wide open. I'm seeing multiple guys run wide open. The touchdown that they gave up, I think it was the first quarter. Man, that should never happen. That should never happen. But on a positive note, man, it is a rebuild. So I'm not really going to take this. I'm not going to take this loss to the dome like I did last week. It is what it is, man. And I've just gotten to the point to where every game is going to be a dogfight. Every game, don't matter who we play. Every game is going to be a dogfight. That is kind of a sign of a bad team. But I would rather see what Desmond Ridder has than to continue to see what Marcus Mariota already has. I mean, this game is indisputable now. He's overthrowing everybody. Even when he threw the ball in the end zone for Drake London. And it could have been questionable. That could have been a PI or couldn't be. But if you looked at it, he overthrew him there. Now, there was a throw to Hodge. I will give Marcus Mariota a reprieve on this throw. He had a throw to Hodge in the end. Well, it wasn't in the end zone, but it would have been a 1st and goal. Hodge should have caught that. That was a catchable ball. It bounced off Hodge. But for the most part, this was the problem with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan started overthrowing guys. So I'd rather see what Desmond Ridder has at this point. So we'll see. And plus, we got our unicorn is down for the season. Kyle Pitts. They went on ahead and shut him down, which was a smart decision. But yeah, man. This was another winnable game. This one falls on Arthur Smith at the end of the day. It falls on him. That I'm not calling a timeout. I'm sitting here and I'm like, I said last week, I believe the Falcons are throwing games. I wonder if the Falcons covered the spread this week also. If y'all are fans of gambling, Falcons have been a sure bet this year. They've been a sure bet. And I wonder if they probably covered this week too. But we gonna have to start questioning Arthur Smith, man, because some of these things at the end of ball games don't even make sense. And I'm like, bro, why are you saving these timeouts? This defense is gonna give up a 1st down. Bare minimum. There's no energy on that side of the ball. Last week, you trusted Mariota. Backfired on you. This week, you trusted your defense. And they did get the ball back with pretty much no time on the clock. And then you had to trust Marcus Mariota. And what happened? Bang, pick. This ain't the first time. You remember the game against Carolina? The one they should have won? Then we got the ball in OT. What Marcus Mariota do in that game too? Threw a pick. You got to sit him, man. You got to sit him. You got to sit him. I think we'll be a lot better next year. I hope they cover my prediction. I said we were going to win 7 games. I need them to cover, Jack. We're running out of games here. We got 4 more games left. We got the Saints on the 18th. Then we got the Ravens. Then we got the Cardinals. Then we got the Bucks. I got to have 2 in here. I got to have 2. But I believe that, next year it'll be better because it becomes, who can you get in the free agency that wants to come here? Offensively and defense. I mean, defense don't matter. You can just throw money at a player down. You can just throw money at a player. You got a nice piece in Drake London. You got a nice piece in Kyle Pitts. Now, Kyle Pitts had a pretty, not Kyle Pitts, but Drake London had a pretty solid. Let me see what his numbers ended up being. So Drake London, Drake London had 95 yards, 6 receptions for 95 yards. He averaged 15. I'll take that. Y'all need to get somebody on the other side though, because Brian Edwards, he wasn't even stealing checks. This man was strong arm robbing the Falcons for checks. He was a non-factor until we cut him. So you need to get somebody over there. I'd toss some money, seeing who comes up in free agency. I'd be trying to get another stud over there. Running game, I'm not changing anything. I'm satisfied with Huntley. I'm satisfied with Algier. I'm satisfied with Cordell Patterson. But the reason why guys like Kyle Pitts didn't have a great year, why Ritter hasn't really broken out, is because of who you have throwing the ball to him. Mariota's just not that guy. And there will probably be an outcry today moving forward about putting him on the bench from the fan base. But when we come back and play the Saint, man, I expect this team to be energized more than anything. I expect the energy to be high because, the energy is just, there's nothing there. They look flat. Sports radio probably going to chew Arthur Smith another asshole like they did last week. But he got to get under the blade for these games, man. These last 2 games, it's on him. It's on him. We had the same situation with Dan Quinn. With clock management, we had the same issue with him. So, I don't know, man. Again, mentally, I'm clocking out for the remainder of these games. I'm not about to lose my voice. I'm not about to stress myself out. I'm going to watch these games like a diehard casual. But I'm going to call it like I see it, like I've always done. Man, I love this team, man. I absolutely love this team. So you ain't never going to see me jump ship. But while I'm on this ship, I'm just going to keep it real. We're not a good team right now. We got a great run game. That's about all we got going for us now. Offensive line, I will give credit for. I haven't really talked about the offensive line all year, and that's a good thing. Because you have to have a good offensive line in order to have a great run game. Right now, I think we're still currently 4th. But Jake Matthews, bro. Jake Matthews has these games, bro, where he gets those jitters in his feet, man, and there's 1 or 2 penalties on him. Julius says, as a fan, I don't even want Marcus Mariota in the locker room, let alone Flowery Branch. I can't even say he's a good backup now, because you know what you're going to get from him. He has a hard time, for whatever reason, after he gets past that first read, he has a hard time. He'll have a throw every now and then that's good. But he's not a consistent quarterback. He's not a quarterback you can count on to basically carry you. That's why, to me, it's best to start Ritter when we come off our bye, so you can get a couple of games in and see what you got from this kid. Okay, can we train him up? Or do we need to get back out here and look for a QB? But you're not even giving this man the opportunity, and what's criminal is it's not like the guy that you got out there playing for you is playing lights out. Case in point, Jordan Love, backup quarterback for Green Bay. Green Bay actually jumped back in the first round to get Jordan Love with the last pick, right? Jordan Love, I think he's like in his 3rd season now. It's hard to argue putting Jordan Love in when Aaron Rodgers was a back-to-back MVP. There ain't no argument here with Mariota. There's no argument. Bro, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen, honestly, is you put Desmond Ridder in and he gets hurt. That's the worst thing that can happen. If he throws for $150, I mean, that's basically what Marcus Mariota is doing right now. And that's in a kind of good game for him, because the last couple of weeks he's been tiptoeing around 128. If we look at Kenny Pickett, who's a rookie, he threw 4 more passes than Marcus Mariota. He threw 28 to Marcus Mariota's 24. Their average is about the same. Marcus Mariota was 13 to 24. Kenny Pickett was 16 to 28. Kenny Pickett had 197 yards. He's a rookie. And this has been common for Mark. These are his stats. This is a common stat line for Marcus Mariota. Last week, 15 to 25, 174 yards. Week before with the Bears, 131. Let me see when's the last time he threw for 200 yards. 186 against the Panthers in the loss. Chargers game, 129 yards. This is a quarterback family. 129 yards. Think this is it. Last time he threw 200 yards was against Carolina the first time we played him. He threw 253 yards. That seems like ages ago now, Tony. Against the Bengals, 124 yards. Let me do this, family. This is Marcus Mariota, right? I'm going to go to the far spectrum. I don't even have to go to the far spectrum. Let's look at Tom Brady's numbers. And Tom Brady is having what you consider a bad season, right? They're number one in the NFC right now. Hold on, let me see. Oh shoot, I should have put up the Buccaneers. Okay. So they play. The last game was against the Browns. Tom Brady put up 246 yards. Against the Seahawks, Tom Brady put up 258 yards. Against the Rams, Tom Brady put up 280 yards. Y'all get what I'm saying here? And this is a bad year for Tom Brady. 258. I honestly think the only quarterback that's probably putting up worse numbers as far as throwing is probably Russell Wilson. Let me go see what Russell Wilson's doing as far as throwing the football. Okay. Excuse me. They played the Ravens. I know this was a terrible game for Russell Wilson. 189 yards. Passing. They put up 9 points. So they put up 9 points, and he still basically threw for more than Mariota did. Against the Panthers, they scored 10 points. Russell Wilson, 142 yards. Against the Broncos, Russell Wilson, 247 yards. This is why I question why in the hell Marcus Mariota is still your starting quarterback. Bro, they trying to run Russell Wilson up out of there when they know they can't run him out of there. Against the Tennessee Titans, 286 yards passing, and their offense is god awful. They only put up 10 points. Against the Jacksonville Jaguars, put up 252. These are baseline numbers passing. Marcus Mariota ain't even touching this. So why you continue to parade this motherfucker out here as our starter? It's maddening. And the fan base has seen enough. You got some analysts that have seen enough now. What this boy Ritter doing? Jay Quest. We got a Steelers fan in here, man. What's going on? He says, Steelers fan here. You guys should have ran the ball more in the first half. Y'all were doing work in the second. Yeah. Again, it goes like Arthur Smith is trusting a quarterback that simply can't do it. The numbers back it. He can't do it. And then when he finally came out and said, hey, okay, you know what, Marcus, I gave you an opportunity to try. Now we go back to running the ball. All of us, I think we ran for 120 yards in the second half. So again, this is why I'm not understanding what Arthur Smith's thought process is in this thing. So again, man, Steelers got them back-to-back wins. We're on a 3-game losing streak. Oh, we walking right out of the playoffs. We walking right out of the playoff picture. And for me, for a coach to know you're a half game behind and you still decide to go with the shit that you got, I don't know what to say, man. But anyway, that's it for today. I'll see y'all guys in 2 weeks, man. This is a much needed buy. Because it gives the Falcons fans time to recalibrate. The one thing I know for sure is we ain't going to be stressed out next Sunday. So it gives us time to recalibrate and finish off the rest of this season, bro. But I will tell you this, next year, there's no excuse. There is absolutely no excuse. But I just want to see us play, consistent ball. Put Ritter in, man. It's 4 games. Put him in. If we lose them games, fuck it. But we're going to lose them with Mariota anyway. Put the kid in. And like Joe said, go Dogs. Here, before I get up out of here, here's the plus side of it all. While we're dealing with the rest of this season, and it might be atrocious for the rest of this season, at least Atlanta has the Bulldogs as a safety net. So that kind of eases the pain off of the Falcons, knowing good and damn well the Dogs are probably walking over whatever 2 teams they end up playing. I think we got Ohio State. If I'm not mistaken, let me go back and double check it. Chat, let me know if I'm telling the truth. If we got Ohio State, I know Alabama didn't make it. Oh yeah, we got Ohio State. We're gonna watch them. And then we looking for a chance to go back to back. That's the one positive we got going right now with this negative. Falcon season over with. Okay, fine. If the Bulldogs win another title, it kind of takes the edge off of that. Because right now, honestly, fam, I don't know what we're gonna get from our team moving forward. I think if Arthur Smith rolls the dice on Marcus Mariota for the rest of the year, that is the dumbest thing he could do as a head coach. So with that being said and done, fam, I am up out of here. Y'all guys have a great and awesome week. And we'll be back to chop it up, man, the next time we play. Peace.